Old Adrian's losing patience with us.
Is he?
I
Why?
can tell. He's like, we're rolling, guys. Quit fucking around. We're rolling.
Time to go.
Well, hello.
Hello?
Okay, first
I
of
don't have
all,
a straw.
holy shit.
What?
Sick last week.
Oh, like knocked on our booty. We podcasted and then it got worse
It got
after
worse.
that.
We got bad, and then I still had to go to Omaha. Glad I did. Great shows. But my voice, like it's so hard. You know, I use my voice so much in my stand-up.
Yeah.
With inflection and with you know, changing my voice to be your character, you know, to do all those things. And it's just hard when I was up there and I just have this itch in my throat and I have this raspy kind of a voice. But holy hell, man. Then Delilah got it.
Oh, poor baby
Tuesday.
ran a fever for a week. I ended up at the doctor's office with her twice.
We all went to the doctor. We all got flu checked, negative. COVID check, negative. And I'm like, this had to have been something. Because
It's some crazy virus. Because we took a Z-Pack, both of us, went through our 5 days of the Z-Pack, nada.
2 IVs. I mean, I will be honest with you. I had COVID 3 times.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't this bad.
Oh, the one time when I got COVID this past summer, that one time it was bad. Remember?
But it was only like
shaking.
But it was only like 2
one
days.
day of bad. Yeah.
I mean, this has been lingering. At one point,
This makes you feel old because you can't because you feel like you're not recovering. You're like,
God,
aren't I strong? Aren't I healthy?
I told Renae, I go, I'm fucking tired of being sick.
Yeah. It starts to get depressing.
Like I mean, usually for me, IV, right? And 2 days later, I'm back in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it kicked my ass.
But we knew a lot of people who got this in December, like where the whole family was down and it was like this crazy long sick for 10 days.
Well,
so.
Timmy freaked out because, you know, we get to Omaha and, you know, my routine is second show. He'll walk up there with a Crown Royal at the end of my show.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll go to the casino. And he goes, Crown Royal? I go, no. He goes, casino? I go, no. He goes, holy shit, you're sick. He goes, oh my God, you must
What's
be
wrong
really,
with you? What did you do with Steve Trevino?
And I did, man. I literally walked off stage, did my meet and greet, went to the hotel, and just shut it off.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I was shutting it down early too with the kids. I was doing all the things you're supposed to do, taking the vitamins, getting the rest, like the humidifier's going, blowing out all the snot.
And I felt bad because I always tell people, you know, if you want to hang out, come to my Friday show. Like family, friends. You know, if I'm on the road, I go, the show you want to come to is the Friday late show. Yeah. So that afterwards we can all have a drink together. Because Saturday, I'm shutting it down. I'm flying home early. Sunday. Right. Friday's the night, right? Yeah. So, friend from high school that I graduated with, Courtney, she, her and her husband came out on Friday. Like excited. Like, hey, we're here, second show.
You were their big plan.
Yeah, we're gonna have drinks, right? And I was like, guys, I'm not doing it. I can't, you know. And then so generous, they go, well, come over to the house tomorrow. We'll make you steaks. Oh. And I go, oh yeah. I go, that would be great. Yeah. Beautiful home, beautiful kids, and not only that, they were like, bring the opening act. And Bryce had his wife. They're like, well, bring the wife. And if Timmy wants to come, Timmy can come. And
so
well,
gracious.
Brian's with you. Brian can come, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, they made steaks for all of us. And I felt bad because, you know, we're running a little late. And literally, they're like, oh, well, we have to be at a basketball game at 2. And it was already 1. Oh. And I was like, guys. You know, that was one of those moments where I didn't know, and maybe I'm asking you. Yeah. I'm asking Adrian, I'm asking Rick, I'm asking Tatiana. Yeah. That was one of those moments where I was like, I don't ever want to eat and run, but I also want to get out of their hair so they can get back to family time. Yeah. So I decided to go, hey guys, we're going to go so y'all can do your family thing. Right. So I don't know if that was the right move or not.
Well, what was your other option? Go to the basketball game with them? Like they were leaving to go to a basketball game, right?
Well, Courtney was like, well, Ryan can take her. And I'll stay here with you guys.
Oh, no.
But I didn't know what to do.
Well, that's a hard one because did Courtney want to hang out with you?
That's
Were
what I
you
mean.
her out to not have to go to the game?
I don't know.
And daddy has to do daddy duty?
We actually sent her, and you already sent it?
Yes.
So we sent her a little gift.
Yeah.
You know, I asked Tatiana if she could send a little gift to her just to tell her thank you for opening your home and being so kind and sweet. I mean, she cooks steaks for all of us. That's not cheap.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So we sent her a gift, but I just didn't know what the right thing to do was.
You pull her aside and you say, hey, am I your out so that you don't have to go to the game and you want to stay and hang out? If so, cool, we'll hang out. But
people have such a hard time telling you what they really feel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I saw Adrian you kind of nodded your head. What is your thought on that situation?
No, I mean, you kind of let them have their family time. Is fine.
You let them have their family time, right?
Well, because you should have showed up on time in the first place, Steve Trevino.
Well, we were kind of on time. We said
Kind
12-ish.
of.
But she could have said, hey.
12-ish? Oh, my God. I was 7 minutes late to the podcast 2 weeks ago, and now you're an hour late, and you're kind
I
of
wasn't
on
an
time?
hour late. I was like 12:30-ish.
WTF.
But she could have said, like, hey, we have a game at 2. I'd love to chat with you. Can you guys make sure to be there before 12, right? I don't know. Rick, what do you think the right thing to do in that situation was?
Well, you're way cooler than the kids, so I'm sure that was her out was please stay. If it was my kids, I would have been please stay. Please, for the love of God, stay.
Huh.
Yeah, because basketball games happen every week.
So I didn't know. I just didn't know what to do. You know, and you want to do the right thing, and then I know that I've been in a situation where I'm like, can you fuckers leave? Like, we got shit to do.
Oh, but that is when people have been there. Like, that happens at our house, too, where people don't leave.
That's a great question. What do you do in those situations?
I don't know what to do.
I say I'm going to bed, and I ditch Steve.
Well, I will say.
And then I hope
Renae
that hope they get the hint.
I will say that I said, we're going to get out of y'all's hair so y'all can get back and do family time.
Yeah.
They did not say, no, stay.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because had they said, no, I'd love it if you stayed. You don't have to run off.
Well, there you go.
Ryan's going to take her to the game.
There you go.
And I would love to have a cup of coffee with you. Right? They didn't say that.
Right.
But it's just one of those moments of like, I don't want to come over here. You made these wonderful steaks.
Yeah.
And not only that,
you say that.
you fed everybody.
Just express that. Say, I'm so sorry. You just apologize for being an hour late, Steve
I wasn't
Trevino.
an hour late. Can we be clear? I was not an hour late.
Play the tape back, Rick.
I was a few minutes late. Not an hour late.
Wait, you said an hour earlier.
No. I don't know what time it was. But it was definitely before 1.
Adrian shaking his head. Walk it back.
It's just a tough situation. But I also feel like because they were drinking, right? And I've done this before, right? Where you're feeling good. Hey, come over tomorrow. We'll do steaks. And then you're like, fuck. I don't want to deal with it.
I gotta go to the grocery store and buy steaks.
Right. So I also know that maybe there was a little bit of that where they were like feeling good, and not that it was not that they didn't intend to, or they're like I just think like, golly, last night I shouldn't have said that. Like I overspoke.
Yeah.
Now they're fucking coming over.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just one of those situations where I really didn't know.
I think
what the right thing to do was.
You apologize for being late. You say thank you so much.
I did apologize for being late.
The food was delicious.
And we're sending a gift. We're sending a gift to let them know. Like,
there you go.
You know, because Courtney's she was very sweet girl growing up. She's just a nice person.
Yeah.
You know, and my first time to Omaha, coincidentally, was 10 years ago, and I know that because she had just had her baby.
Oh, now she has a 10-year-old.
You know, and she came out, and 10 years ago, we weren't selling a lot of tickets.
Yeah.
And me and her hung out, went and met her husband. Same thing, next day, went to have a steak with their husband by myself, no entourage.
Yeah.
You know, and ever since then, when I come back, they come, they hang out.
Yeah.
You know, so I do appreciate that when I do go on the road to see familiar faces.
Yeah, to have a little piece of home. or something that
Yeah,
or,
you know,
and a warm
and,
meal,
you know,
not have to eat out all the time.
And as you know, in high school, we were all very close.
Yeah.
My class, like
Yeah.
we were all very, very good friends. So it was one of those situations. And then again, and then you don't want to cancel the next day.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that. Or if you do, you do it like really. You mean they don't want to cancel, or you don't want to cancel?
You're both in that situation.
Yeah, you can just say, well, you know what? You could have sent a text that was just like, hey, just making sure you guys are still up for today. I know it's a lot. If not, no pressure. Like you always send, I always send like a no pressure text if they were kind of like tentative plans, just so someone feels like if you want to back out, totally cool. I'm not bothered. I'm happy to stay home too.
But then you worry, well, were they really bothered? Did they, you know?
Oh my goodness.
Like it's hard. It's a tough decision to make. I just hope I made the right decision. And I hope that I didn't leave there and they went, really? They showed up, fucking had steaks.
No, I think as long as you communicate.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
And sending a gift after is really sweet.
There was probably 20, 30 minutes there of us chatting it up while he was preparing everything.
Yeah.
You know, getting everything ready. And we were just kind of hanging out, talking.
Yeah.
But it really was a quick visit.
Yeah.
You know, and by the time we ate, it was already like she had her basketball, her jersey.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I felt like, okay, I'm going to let y'all have this.
Yeah.
Right? It's Saturday, you know.
Yeah.
But again, beautiful neighborhood.
Yeah.
Beautiful home, right? Omaha. And I look at their beautiful house. I mean, beautiful house.
Yeah.
Right? And you look at the home prices in Omaha, and again, I get mad at these fucking millennials because I'm like, I don't want to hear your bullshit. Here's a beautiful home in a beautiful neighborhood where people are raising their children.
Yeah.
In a great town.
Yeah.
For not a lot of money. And these millennials and these young people, oh, I can't own a house. No, motherfucker, you can't own a house in Malibu. But you can in Arizona.
Yeah.
And you can in Omaha.
Yeah.
And you can in Oklahoma. And you can in Texas. And, you know, so it drives me crazy, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, I had a wonderful time in Omaha performing for the nice folks over there. And we sold out all 4 shows.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. And, you know, I think we'll do another round at the comedy club, but, you know, until we maybe go to a theater. And then Colleen, there's some people in this business that are just kind of, they've been around forever.
Yeah.
You've heard their name a million times, you know, and they're a character.
Who's Colleen?
Colleen is the general manager of the Omaha Funny Bone, and she is just a character. She is like a comedy mom.
I was going to say, is she funny?
She's funny. She's cool. She's accommodating. I mean, she's just sweet. I want to thank her for the gift she gave my son and my daughter. Very thoughtful.
Yeah.
But there's just some people in the comedy business that you go, I want to know Colleen. Right?
Yeah.
And when I went there 10 years ago, she was there, but not really. But now that I'm kind of coming up in the ranks, she hung out. She chatted with us, with me and the team. And
yeah.
It was just cool to kind of get to know her because she just is one of those kind of staples.
Yeah. Who was your opening act this weekend? I don't know him.
Bryce.
I don't know Bryce.
You met Bryce?
I don't think so. Why? Where?
I met him.
Why would I have met Bryce?
Maybe you haven't met him. He's done some gigs with me. Older dude, remarried. Crazy story of how they met.
Yeah.
She's a doctor.
What kind of doctor? Like a sick doctor? Like a write you prescriptions for meds doctor?
Yes, like a therapist doctor that writes you.
Oh, that kind of
that
doctor.
You need. the kind of doctor you fucking need.
I don't want that kind of doctor.
Right. You need that fucking doctor. But you know, and that's how I run things. Like he's like, hey man, can my wife come? I'm like, of course. Like,
yeah,
absolutely. She's very nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna tell their story, but I don't know if I have.
Yeah,
permission.
I hear you. Okay.
To do so because it's
where's
it's
Bryce
very
from?
Weird. I met him in was it St. Louis? I think maybe St. Louis or one of those.
Yeah. Was it like somewhere the club matched you up with him?
Yeah. For whatever reason, I didn't bring my opening act, and they matched me up with him, and very, very, very easy guy to work with, and the funny part is, I told him, I go, man, like, when you come on the road with me, feel free to bring merchandise, like.
Yeah.
you should sell stuff after the show. Most of my opening acts, they do. And, they make that extra $150 a night, and it helps.
Yeah.
This fucking dude showed up with a flea market this time. He's like, I took your advice. He's got lighters. He's got fucking T-shirts. He's got hats. He's got koozies. Yeah. I mean, this dude's got more shit than me all of a sudden. And I died laughing. I was like, damn, dude, you really bring merchandise to the show serious. Yeah. He goes, what do you mean? I feel bad. I go, no. I don't care. I go, but I meant maybe bring a koozie.
Yeah.
This guy's selling fucking notepads and candles that he made, homemade candles, and fucking dream catchers. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? This guy's setting
friendship bracelets.
Dildos. I'm like, God damn, dude. Like, you're bringing everything.
But what I want to know is, how did a therapist do on the road with you and Timmy?
Oh, sometimes she just stares at us. Sometimes I can see her like analyzing us.
Like, is the joke on her?
My God.
Or you?
She's like, this guy has problems. Timmy and Steve, man, they're a match made in heaven. She just
kept it to herself?
Oh, she's very sweet. Yeah. It was actually her birthday, and she didn't tell us. So Timmy and I went to Whole Foods and just bought some cupcakes.
Yeah.
For the next day to make her feel special and make her feel welcome. But it was good. I mean, it was a good weekend. I enjoyed it, even though I was sick.
Yeah.
And for me, there's never a question if I'm going to cancel or not. Like, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to work. And maybe there's some day. I mean, I'm trying to think. I think I've missed 2 shows my entire 25 years of touring.
Yeah.
I know I had to cancel shows when Garrett was born. We tell that story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever canceled shows. Yeah. Ever. Never missed my flights. 25 years of touring, I've never missed a show.
Yeah. I remember there was one show where the airline lost your luggage, and so you made it, but your luggage didn't. So you had to go and like buy all boots, jeans.
Oh, that's happened to me.
All your clothes.
That's happened to me a couple times.
To go on stage.
Where I've literally did not get my bags, and then I got to go and buy things.
Yeah.
And then and I always feel so uncomfortable because when you're not in your outfit. And your clothes, it just doesn't feel right.
Feels like you're wearing a costume on stage.
Yeah, it feels like you're wearing, look at me. But I don't know. I don't think I'd ever. I just feel so obligated to the people that made plans.
That got this. You always say that the people that got the sitter and like arranged for it, had the calendar marked.
A lot of people, and they look forward to it for months.
And will travel, and people like travel to come see you.
We canceled the Houston show.
Not completely canceled. You just rescheduled.
Yeah. And we had to move it, but I'm trying to think. I think that one time at Brad Garrett's, where you were like, I'm having a baby.
Yeah.
That I left. And I would think that is a suitable reason.
A valid reason.
But that's the thing, right? It's like, do you have a valid reason that the fans will look at you and go, well, I understand why he canceled.
Yeah.
Just being under the weather, to me, is not grounds for cancellation.
I mean, if you completely lost your voice and you literally could not speak.
Right.
That
would probably be another one.
That's also hard, too, because as like the fan experience, if they feel like they're not getting your full show, are they disappointed?
Well, several people at the meet and greet came up to me and said, hey, it's very clear that you're sick. I saw the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right? But I would walk on stage and go, hey, I want to apologize for my voice in advance.
Yeah.
We've been sick all week. I don't want to cancel the show. This is what you're getting. Right? I mean, still good shows.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the voice for it, right?
Yeah.
So it was. I still had a great weekend.
Yeah.
And then Renae, and I don't know what to do. I mean,
right.
I don't know. Well, now we have a baseball tournament, but unfortunately, and it fucking breaks my heart.
Oh, I was wondering if you were going to share this news.
Yeah, I always take off a weekend to do Helicopters for Heroes. unfortunately, we made the decision to cancel because we lost several big sponsors.
Yeah.
And we just could not afford to do our event. So we canceled this weekend, which is also a blessing because, well, I have the weekend off.
Yeah.
Right.
An unexpected weekend off.
And I was excited because I thought, well, now I can help you with the kids.
Yeah.
Because you
have a lot going on this weekend.
have a lot going on. And then your sister shared the commercial. Billboards, commercials.
Oh, I would say it's been so fun. I got a phone call from a girlfriend. She's like, wait a minute. She was driving home. She goes, on my commute home from work. She's like, I heard your name on the radio.
Oh, you're on the radio too?
Yeah.
Well, they kind of downplayed you, which I didn't like.
Oh, did they?
Well, the commercial was like, and local DIY expert. Like local.
Well, I feel like that's an accurate adjective, right? Those are
like they might as well have just said, this bitch claims to be a DIY expert. She has zero credibility, zero. They should have might as well just said she has a degree from Pinterest and DIYs, and you're gonna get to see all of it.
Well, it's for the San Antonio Home and Garden Show.
But speaking of the right things to do,
yeah,
that was going through my head. Well, I can't now because we have a last minute baseball tournament for Garrett.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to have split teams. But initially I thought, oh, maybe I'll go and support my wife.
Yeah.
I'd love to see you do it, right?
Yeah.
But then I had the same kind of dilemma where what is the right thing to do? Because if I show up, do I steal your spotlight? If I show up, are people talking to me while you're trying to do your presentation? Right?
Yeah.
It's like when the opening act is on stage.
Yeah.
I cannot go into the audience. Because if I go into the audience, it's so disrespectful to the opening act.
Right.
Because all of a sudden everybody turns their head and people are like, can I get a picture? And now people want to take a picture with me while the opening act's on stage. And that's just such a shitty feeling.
Yeah.
So I was debating what is the right thing to do.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think if you come, it's a surprise. It's not like you're posting it on your socials, right? Like, hey, I'm going to be there. So people are showing up to chat with you. But you could always watch like from the side or from the back.
But when you do that, again, inevitably somebody's going to get up and want to have a chat with me. So now I'm having an awkward conversation while you're trying to do your thing.
I mean, to be honest,
and it's distracting.
You and I do so much together.
Or if they take a picture, I'm sorry to interrupt you. If they take a picture of me, then that gives the cue. Everybody else goes, well, I'm going to go get a picture while you're on. So I was just wondering.
You and I do so many things together that I don't care. That doesn't really bother me. As you were like talking about the different scenarios and playing out like what might happen, I was more thinking of the other speaker who's like the headliner is Egypt Sherrod from Married to Medicine. So after I speak, she's doing like a Q&A and answering questions, kind of a fireside chat thing, which I'm doing with her like this. And so I think that like, I worry about that, about her thinking that it's rude or that people are being rude because you were there.
Well, that's what I mean.
I'm not,
right?
I'm not worried about me.
But then I thought, okay, if I'm there, I'm loud. People know my voice. I could get on stage and draw a crowd for you. Right, and really gather.
That almost feels like more embarrassing. Don't do that.
I don't know, but that's another one of those things, like the lunch, where what is the right thing to do? Right, I would never want to steal the spotlight from you.
Oh, but I think
Ever.
people would be excited to see you too.
But
I think
it's
that
also
would be fun.
distracting.
And people would be excited to see
But it's
you.
distracting.
If it bothers the person, I honestly don't think it would bother me. I kind of, our relationship, you are the one in the spotlight, and I'm more comfortable with that. Like, that's the truth. I think that's why we work. I think that's why we work, because
But I'm not like I
in
feel.
that than I do.
I honestly feel like when you come to my shows, you're the famous one. Like when Renae comes to my shows, people are like, "Oh my God, Captain E," and I love it. I freaking love. It's a beautiful thing.
Well,
you
I feel the same way about you.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would make people's day to see, if they were surprised and saw you there. I think that would be cool.
Well, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it because I am going to be at
I don't know.
Garrett's,
You might be able to.
Maybe.
I'm there Friday during the day.
Oh, yeah, maybe Friday be our date.
I'm Friday at noon and I'm Saturday at 1.
So I think I give you your moment,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you get to be on your own as the star that you are,
You're sweet.
the star that you deserve to be.
I think you're like my security animal. I mean, not my security animal. What do you call it? My therapy. You're like my service animal.
My service
You're
animal?
my comfort. I'm used to like you taking the spotlight and I get to be the sidekick.
And now I'm the bitch, and I got to be the sidekick.
No, but I like that. I feel comfortable. It would make me feel comfortable to have you there. I like you. I appreciate your energy.
Oh, you like me? Thank you.
Your vibe, But I get it.
And you are, and that's the shitty part. Being sick, you have not had a chance to prepare.
I mean, I have. I've been thinking about it. I'm really excited about it this go round because I don't feel as nervous. And like I said, I know what to expect. So, but yes, I actually need to the DIYs that I'm doing, I need to actually make them beforehand. Because I'm also going to be on the news that morning. So I'm doing like a little bit on the news that morning.
Fuck, dude.
And then I'll go to the home and garden show and do like a bigger.
What else? What else are you going to do? I don't have a fucking billboard. I don't have a billboard. What are we doing?
Oh,
You're doing a podcast?
I'm doing. There's like what's it called? What's the podcast called? I think they're arranging for me to do like a local San Antonio podcast.
Hey, do you like bullshit? This is a podcast about bullshit. We sell bullshit. We
No,
talk
it's
about
like
bullshit.
it's like a Latinas in charge kind of podcast.
Oh shit, girl.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
A lot of fat asses over there. I
Oh, hush your mouth. Hush your mouth.
bet. Latinas with nalgas in charge. Putitas.
Oh, Steve. Couldn't you
What?
have just left it alone?
Oh, I never leave it alone.
I set it up.
Yeah, sorry. No, I'm excited for you.
I am too. It's going to be fun.
And I just think it's so cool. I really believe that you're very talented. And I think that you are getting what you deserve finally.
Aw, thank you, baby.
And, we have worked so hard, both of us. And because my career was further along, you helping push that train. And now we're starting to push your train. And it's working.
Yeah.
And I just think it's great because without me, you are just as strong. And you're just as talented. So I'm excited.
But it's more
for you.
fun with you.
Yes, I agree. That's why I include you in everything. Even though we fight, it is much more fun.
Well,
with you.
that's why I'm excited to actually, because they were going to get someone else to interview Egypt for her hour after me.
Egypt.
Her name is Egypt Sherrod, and I said, look, I'm going to.
Where do you think she's from?
I think she's from New Jersey.
She's not from Egypt?
Anyway. Anyway, I'm excited about it because she does a show with her husband. So I just think there's some similarities there, and I'm excited to sit down and get to know her a little bit better and speak with her.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
Speaking of people, we took the kids. Yesterday was President's Day, and I took the kids to what's that place called?
The
Urban
trampoline
Air.
place.
Trampoline place.
Yeah.
Took the kids over there. Took a couple pictures, couple people. But this woman came up to me. She's like, "Oh, I'm a big fan," and blah blah blah. She's a teacher, by the way, so thank you, teachers. She's like, "Oh, big fan. I follow Renae." She goes, "Can I tell you something?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "I loved it. I loved every minute of it." She goes, every time I see you and Renae out and about, Renae's never with the kids, and every time I see you, you're always with the kids." And I was like, all right, finally somebody is seeing with their own two eyes how it goes down at my house.
No, you know what it is? It's that when the kids are in school, I'm like, okay, I got to run my errands. I got to get it all done while I don't have kids with me so I can run and get it done fast and then be back after school for the kiddos.
Delilah's so gangster, dude. She got in the, they have the ninja course with the balls.
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
That little girl just pushing people out of the way to where I had to go, "Delilah." And she's like, "She won't move." And I'm like, "Wait your turn." Delilah's face plant, get out of my way. And that little girl was like, and Delilah's just like, bitch, like I got shit to do. And I had to pull her aside. I go, Delilah, we don't do that. We don't touch other people.
Yeah.
You know, but she's like, Mommy does that to you. And I'm like, I know.
No, she did not.
But that's
No,
different.
She's so sweet. At her school, they do a kindness pledge. So she talks about, on this day, I pledge to be kind in every way. Like, I forget what it is. It's really cute.
Oh my
you
God,
just
it's
have to
the
remind
cutest.
her of her kindness
And
pledge.
then she did her. She was so excited about Valentine's Day.
Yes.
And she got sick. So she missed Valentine's Day at school.
She missed the whole week. Yeah. Yes, she'd already taken her little box the week before because my parents took her to school on Friday and they saw the box sitting there and thought, when you and I were traveling, thought that she was supposed to take it. So they went ahead and took her box early. So her box was like ready for all her friends to put the stuff in it. They were at school.
Mamas.
She had made her Valentines and like colored on them, and she'd help me make gifts for her teachers. Like she was so excited about it.
And then she didn't get to be there. And then she gave us both a little at the school. They made like this little laminated thing.
Yes, with her handprint, and it's like 10 things I love about my mom and 10 things I love about my dad. And mine said,
I clean with Mom.
no, mine said, I
did say
love that my mom sweeps. And I was like, do I really sweep the house that much that that's what she
She's
notices?
grasping at straws because the kids are usually with me.
Shut your
they
mouth.
They don't spend a lot of
Shut
time.
your big fat mouth.
mom.
No, that is not true.
But I was so bummed that she missed it. And
What did she say about you on yours? She said, I love to ride the lawnmower with my dad.
Yeah, the tractor.
The tractor.
And dad takes me on picnics.
Yes.
And Dad is the best. That's what you told me when I came home. Renae was like, you go to Omaha, the whole family's sick as dogs.
Yes.
Renae is literally gathering herself to take care of this little girl because they're both sick.
Yeah.
And then Renae goes, who's your favorite? Or what
No, we're in the pediatrician's office, and Garrett was not that bad, but he still had a cough. Delilah had been running a fever, so I was like, I've got both the kids.
You're sick.
I'm taking them both with me. Maybe the doctor will treat us all. And in the doctor's office, while she's like taking notes, Garrett goes, Delilah, who's the best? Because he'll ask her that all the time. She goes, Daddy and Bubba. And I'm like, I'm right here. I told the doctor, I was like, my family's really got a sense of humor, Doc.
Because I'm the
She's
fun
like, yeah, I
dad.
can see that.
Renae
Not Mom, who's been taking care of you
Renae
all
sometimes
week.
tells me, you're making me out to be the bad guy. I'm like, no, you're making you out to be the bad guy. I didn't set this up. You're the one that said we can't go swimming in the winter. That is you. I said yes.
You never ask those children to pick up their toys. Like
Well,
I'm
and-
constantly, come pick up your toys.
and I
Can we
think
please
all
put this
moms-
back where it goes.
but like-
where does this go?
Renee's like, the kids are going outside, and Renee's like, wear a coat. You need to wear a coat. How come you don't have a coat? Put on a coat.
Put on
you
shoes.
have to wear a coat.
Like
put on
with-
shoes.
With Delilah, it's not even a coat. It's just like put on shoes,
And
child.
I'm like, Renee, get off their tits, bro. You know how coats work? You go outside, and then you go, oh, shit, I need a coat, and you go back in and get it. Or you go outside and go, I really don't need a coat. I'm comfortable. I'm happy to be out here. You figure it out. But Renee's like forcing them. You got to wear a coat. Put on a coat. And these kids are like, I don't want a coat. Wear a coat. Does your wife do that, Adrian?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes, but my kids will stay out there and get frostbite. They're not smart.
That's Delilah. The minute Delilah goes outside, like all this winter, the minute she goes outside on her playground, she kicks off her shoes. My parents too. Even my parents are like, this child that will not keep shoes. And not just her shoes. She takes her socks off too. She does. She has frostbitten toes.
Well, I will say, to change subjects, I'm so proud of Garrett.
Yeah.
So proud of Garrett. We, we had to leave our old baseball team for basically is a piece of shit. Don't go to we had to leave,
Yeah.
and we went to another baseball team, and we had to explain to Garrett that we're moving on, and
Yeah.
he has to leave his friends, and there was other parents that decided to come with.
I didn't know we were going to talk about this on the podcast.
No, but
Getting
but
a little squirmy.
but just
and
going back
uncomfortable.
to I always look at things as a blessing.
For sure.
And it is a blessing to be able to teach my son that you got to change and you got to overcome adversity.
Yeah.
And he has done that so well. And not only that, I told him, and also the feeling of on the other team, he was the shortstop.
Yeah.
And he was very comfortable because, well, I'm the shortstop. I'm going to be the shortstop. I'm going to come back and play and be the shortstop. So there wasn't really that drive, right? So a man can do two things, right? Mm-hmm. When we switched teams, he could have made two decisions.
Yeah.
Decision number one is, well, shit, I don't get to play with my friends, and oh well, this is gonna suck.
He's still a little heartbroken over it.
But his attitude has been, I'm gonna win my position.
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
gonna earn it. Dad, I'm gonna win it.
I'm gonna prove myself.
I'm gonna prove myself. And that little boy has been bringing me buckets of balls. And that little boy has been nonstop. Dad, let's practice. Dad, let's practice. Dad, let's practice.
Yeah.
Dad, let's do it. Dad, let's go to the batting cage. Dad, let's play ball. I mean, this kid, and what triggered in him is exactly what I was hoping would happen.
Yeah.
Right? I was hoping that he would get the eye of the tiger and go, fine, it is what it is. I'm on this other team now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go and earn it.
Well, you know what I told him? I said, we had a conversation because it's a shitty situation that's hard to explain on a podcast. But I told him, I said, look, because, talk about showing up and being a distraction. I said, because Dad is who he is, sometimes people are just going to treat you really nice. They're going to immediately like you and think you're super cool and you're going to get special attention and you're going to go get to do lots of fun stuff, cool things.
Or they're going to hate you.
Or I said, I didn't say hate. I said, or people are going to be tough on you and they're going to expect a lot out of you because your dad is who you are, or they might be unfair sometimes, or they might not like you just because Dad is who he is. I said, and we as a family have to know that we're going to see both sides of it. And we're going to handle it with grace.
But the beautiful part is that we knew that. So we have raised Garrett to be exceptional and to be super polite and super respectful because we knew.
And he's a kid. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to trip up.
We knew that this was coming.
Yeah.
We knew that at some point people were going to go after him. And after us.
But
and
that's
what
hard
happened.
to tell an 8-year-old.
And he doesn't know. He doesn't
feel the
know
reality of it. He doesn't know what happened.
He doesn't know what happened. And we're not going to talk about it
specifics.
here on the podcast because we want to move on. But it was dirty. And it was gross. And we had to move on. So we did. And what I'm saying is to talk more about how proud I am of this little boy.
But that's what I mean is that he he and I had that conversation and he took it. I told him, I said, we're not going to let that affect how we live our life and the kind of person that we are. We're just going to handle it with grace. We're going to brush it off and we're going to go on being us and doing the right thing.
And we show up to practice last Tuesday and this kid, Renae, I could not have been more proud of him. The way that he handled shortstop, he missed one ball. One.
Yeah.
During just practice. But when we scrimmaged, he made every ball, every out. He was ball hungry. He hit the ball like hell.
Yeah.
And I was so proud of him. Now, this is what, for me as a dad, was a really special moment. We got in the car after that practice, and I go, buddy, you killed it.
Yeah.
And he goes, feels good. He goes, Dad, you're right. He goes, if I work hard and I practice hard, I'm going to be great. He goes, so I want to practice harder and I want to work harder. Because our motto at home, so this is where I'm getting at, our motto at home is Trevino's never quit and we work hard.
Yeah.
We work hard and we never quit. I probably say that to Garrett 1,000% every night.
Yeah.
And during the day, I'm constantly putting in his brain, Trevino's work hard and we never quit.
Yeah.
Right? Yesterday, he goes, Dad, can I talk to you? I said, yeah, buddy, what's up? He goes, I got another one. I go, what's up? He goes, Dad, it's work hard, never quit, and be determined. I go, you want to add that one? He goes, yeah. I go, so dude, it's work hard, never quit, and be determined.
Yeah.
And it's so cool because you sit there and you go, buddy, if you work hard, it's going to pay off. And they don't see it. And then, buddy, and they're just going, why am I working so hard?
Yeah.
Right? Golly, I'm working so hard. To see it click.
Yeah.
To see him go, I worked hard. Bang, I saw the results, and I like it.
Yeah.
I like the fact that I now realize what we have been doing and working hard gave me this.
The payoff is encouraging.
Right, because sports shouldn't be about trying to get your kid to the pros.
Yeah.
It should be about life lessons.
Yeah.
About work ethic, about being a teammate, about practicing, about showing up on time, having, all those things they should be life lessons.
Yeah.
To make you for a better adult. No, I'm not trying to make a D1 athlete. I'm not trying to make a pro baseball player.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Right? But I told Garrett, and I put this on him, and I'm not saying that this is the right way to do things, parents. I will tell you that this has worked out fabulously for me with Garrett.
Delilah might be a whole nother story.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Yeah. But I have always put it on Garrett.
Yeah.
I have always told Garrett, if you want to play baseball and just be good, you're already good. But if you want to be great, then we have to work hard and I have to be hard on you. So which do you want to be, Garrett?
Yeah.
And Garrett will say, I want to be great.
Yeah.
Right? By the way, I never yell at him out there when we're practicing. I would like to tell dads that.
Yeah.
All I do is I praise the good things.
Yeah.
I go absolutely nuts, and it's all positive out there.
Yeah.
I do not hit him with the, come on, son, what are you doing? You suck. It's never negative.
Yeah. No, it's
right?
fun. It's his, and he knows it's like one-on-one time with you. He looks forward to that.
And then there's times where we're playing, he's not into it, and I go, hey, buddy, let's go inside.
Yeah.
And he'll go, well, why? And I'll go, well, you're already good, and this effort and what you're doing is just a good baseball player. So you're already good. Let's go inside.
Yeah.
Well, I want to be great, Dad. Okay, if you want to be great, then we need to fix our shit right now. We need to play ball.
Yeah.
And he'll go, I want to be great. And then boom, there we go.
Yeah.
Right? And the father-son relationship is so complicated.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't ever want Garrett to go, number one, my dad makes me go out there.
To need your approval.
Right.
Yeah.
Number one, my dad makes me go out there. Number two, we go out there and all I get is freaking yelling.
Yeah. That's not fun.
And an upset dad.
Yeah.
It's not fun. I go out there, we play games where I go, we'll warm up and I'll go, okay, runners on first. We need to get them out at second. Right? 2 outs. Can you do it? Here we go. Boom. And then Garrett does. I go, ladies and gentlemen, Garrett just won the game. And we have a lot of fun, like making it exciting, doing competitions, playing it fun.
That just made me think when you said that. I remember when we were trying to decide what we were going to name him. That's how you would do it. You would say it like a baseball announcer, and you were like, does this name sound good? In a baseball announcer's voice. Yes.
Oh, that's right. Batting third for the Houston Astros, Garrett Jose Trevino. I go, okay, that sounds good.
Yeah,
that sounds like an announcement. Home run, Garrett Jose Trevino. Right.
Yeah.
But I just want to tell these parents out there what works for me.
Yeah.
And completely being positive all of the time has been hugely successful for me. Putting it on him, letting him make the decision whether to be great or not.
Yeah.
Has been a huge help.
Yeah.
Right? And now he brings me the bucket of balls. And there's days that I come home and I go, hey, buddy, you want to play baseball? I don't care if we do or not. And he'll go, no, not today. I'm like, okay, no worries, dude.
Yeah.
And then there's times that I don't say a word. And then Garrett will come to me and go, hey, are we going to play baseball today? I go, well, if you want to.
Yeah.
And then there's times that I'm like, hey, buddy, we got to practice. You want to be great or not?
Yeah.
Right? So it's never you absolutely, literally last night, I said, hey, buddy, I said, we've been playing a lot of baseball. I go, I think maybe for the next few days, we'll just take a break. And he literally was like, why? And I go, well, we've been playing a lot of baseball. I don't want to burn you out, and, maybe we'll do something else. And he was like, but I want to play baseball. And I go, okay, well, if you want to play baseball, he goes, but can we play it like a game? Like we used to? And it clicked in my head that, I haven't been playing games with him. I haven't been making it fun. I go, yeah, we can do that. He goes, no batting cage, no instruction. He's like, can we just play ball? And then we play a game? I go, absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm just really proud of my son. He is overcoming the adversity in the way that I had hoped he would.
Yeah.
I'm also proud that he had that aha moment that, I'm this good because
I put in the extra time.
Yeah. Right? So it was a really special kind of father-son moment for me to see that, because sometimes you sit there as a dad and you go, golly, man, like, I'm pretty hard on this kid. And I really, he works really hard and I'm kind of hard on him. And is it even working? Does he care? I know as a dad and as an older man that if I can teach him this work ethic, it's gonna benefit him in his life.
Yeah.
So I'm really trying to instill it.
I just feel bad because I know he feels like we're on him, and then with Delilah, whatever flies is how he feels. No. He feels like we're not hard on Delilah in the same way.
But we are, and now we're getting into sports with Delilah where I'm like, did you practice soccer today, Delilah? No. And the beautiful thing about Delilah, and I think she might be getting it from watching Garrett, dude, that little girl, number one, independent. Garrett doesn't play soccer. She's like, I want to play soccer.
Yeah.
Number two, she'll kick the ball around the house on her own.
Yeah. Just because it's there. Yeah.
She was like, and I'm like, oh, you're practicing? And she's like, yeah, look at me. And then I go play with her. But it's really cool. And maybe it's bleeding into her that, Bubba plays. I'm going to play. Right.
Yeah.
So it's just been really cool. And, for me as a dad, I had a real moment of like, after what we went through, and those pieces of shit.
Tell us how you really feel, Mr. Trevino.
It was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It was heartbreaking. It broke my heart.
Yeah.
The way that we were treated by that organization and by people in it was just unfreaking believable.
Yeah.
And to have to make that move and do that to my son, and to be honest with you, they were like, well, he can stay on the team. I'm like, not after this.
No, I was the one who set my foot down about that. I said, no.
Like, we got to go.
No.
So to move on, and you sit there and you go, God, it's gonna break Garrett. It could break him.
No, you know what? I knew kids are more resilient than you think. Kids are more resilient than you think, and I knew he would be fine. What hurts my heart is when he's not with his friends that he's played with since T-ball. And when we hang out and they talk baseball and he knows the rest of them are still, the majority of them are still playing together and he doesn't understand why they can't.
Why he can't all.
Because we didn't say what happened. So
and I just told him, I said, look, you need to learn to make new friends.
Well, we said, look, Jose Trevino got traded from Texas to the New York Yankees.
I use that as an example. I said, hey, Jose Trevino's been on several different teams. Yeah. And you got to go and you got to earn your spot and you got to learn to lose. Right? Losing is a big lesson in life.
Yeah.
You got to learn to lose and pick yourself up. And if you're going to play baseball, you fucking better get used to losing.
Yeah.
They play 160-something games, and to make it to the playoffs, you need to win 60% of them.
Yeah.
So you lost 40% of 162 games that season.
Yeah.
If you can't pick yourself up and play, you're gonna have a long road.
Yeah.
So. With that being said, Aztec Chevrolet, we love them. We care about them. Beeville, Uvalde Chevrolet, Uvalde, Texas.
Yeah.
Goliad Ford, please go give those guys a chance. Give them a visit. Old Salt Coffee, Trevino 10 is the code. Rao Western Wear, who are we missing? Pick Cherries.
Yes. Oh, can I give a shout out to Rosemarie at the Walmart?
At the Wally Martinez?
Yes, at the Walmart, who busted me getting all the Easter goodies. I was like, I'd been stalking the Walmart and waiting them for put Easter out on the shelf. And she busted me, and she was so sweet. And she's a huge fan, and she watches the podcast. So hi.
And I'd like to thank Rebecca Creek, too. I've been sipping on that quite a bit because they have been so supportive of my career and my life. We're actually going to do a really special something over at Rebecca Creek Distillery for the special. So we're going to give away some tickets to the premiere where people can actually see it a day before it actually premieres over at our friends at Rebecca Creek. So we're very excited. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Fuck Marucci. Thank you. Good night.
Rick, can you bleep that out, please?
No.
I'm trying to keep it classy.